Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Triple Double Nation. Today we're looking at off-season trade ideas for NBA superstars to get new sidekicks. The next NBA superstar to win a title on their own will be the first. Stars need help. They need good coaches, smart front offices, and reliable role players. More than anything though, they need co-stars. Big threes aren't necessarily championship requirements, but it takes at least a super talented twosome to capture the crown. With free agency unlikely to deliver top-tier running mates this summer, superstars will need their clubs to go sidekick shopping on the trade market. The following 4 deals could come together as a result. Mavs add shot creator, Celtics upgrade interior. Dallas Mavericks receive Kemba Walker, Boston Celtics receive Kristaps Porzingis. With Jaylen Brown knocked out by his left wrist injury, Jason Tatum and the Celtics needed Kemba Walker to start this postseason. Walker instead averaged 12.7 points and 30.3 minutes per game while shooting 31.7% from the field and 17.6% from deep before missing the final 2 contests with his latest round of left knee trouble. Luka Doncic and the Mavs didn't ask much of Kristaps Porzingis, as an average allotment of secondary shooting, scoring, and defending would have been enough to nudge Dallas past the Los Angeles Clippers. Porzingis couldn't even provide that. He put up just 13.1 points and 33.3 minutes, shot 29.6% from range, and despite standing 7'3", somehow averaged only 5.4 rebounds and 0.7 blocks. Walker's owed $36 million next season and holds a $37.7 million player option for 2022 and 23. Porzingis will collect a combined $65.5 million over the next 2 campaigns before deciding on a $36 million player option for 2023 and 24. It isn't hard to imagine that Boston and Dallas will be ready to split from their overpriced and underperforming stars. Maybe swapping them for each other would amount to lawn furniture reshuffling, but it's possible each squad would view the other's fallen star as a better fit. The Mavericks need another shot creator to lighten the load on Doncic and make their attack less predictable. The Celtics need size and stretch shooting at the center spot. If this trade would make life easier on Doncic and Tatum, then it's worth an exploration by the front offices. Grizzlies get a running mate for Morant. Thunder keep playing the long game. Memphis Grizzlies receive Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Al Horford. Oklahoma City Thunder receive Jaren Jackson Jr., Jonas Valanciunas, Justice Winslow, 2021 number 17 pick and 2022 first round pick. For now, the future looks blindingly bright for the Grizzlies, who have ranked among basketball's biggest surprises in each of Ja Morant's first 2 seasons, but as the grit and grinders project forward and think of ways to elevate around their floor general, clouds of uncertainty obscure the outlook. Memphis doesn't have a second star, and it's too good to bottom out and find blue chip talent at the top of the draft. The Grizzlies have collected some good prospects in recent years, but Jaren Jackson Jr. is the only other player with star-level upside. He's also coming off an injury-wasted season, has pretty serious durability and concerns, and has struggled with consistency in just about everything that isn't shooting. If the Grizzlies want to dream bigger than first-round cameos, they need to find a full-fledged running mate for Morant. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander would be perfect. At 22 years old, he's on the same timeline as Morant, and unlike Jackson, Gilgeous-Alexander has already consistently displayed top-shelf talent. He was one of 3 players this season to average 23 points and 5 assists while shooting 50% from the field and 40% from 3. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving were the others. The fact Gilgeous-Alexander previously thrived alongside Chris Paul gives confidence he can coexist with Morant. Al Horford would also give Memphis more flexibility at the center spot and perhaps slightly lower the trade cost with his guaranteed $41.5 million over the next 2 seasons. As for the Thunder, this would be just the latest part of their asset accumulation process. Gilgeous-Alexander was a nice find, but OKC would hope this package turns into even more. Jackson and the 2 firsts are the headlines, but Jonas Valanciunas would be fine to keep or flip in a different deal, and Justice Winslow would essentially offer a free look at the 2015 top 10 pick. Number 3. Warriors win BEAL sweepstakes, Wizards start over. Golden State Warriors receive Bradley Beal and Davis Bertans. Washington Wizards receive Andrew Wiggins, James Wiseman, Eric Paschall, 2021 first-round draft pick, and 2026 first-round draft pick. Stephen Curry just authored an all-timer, capturing the scoring crown and a bronze medal in the MVP race at age 33. The Warriors, who didn't have the right bodies to cover the loss of Klay Thompson to a torn right Achilles, couldn't even turn Curry's brilliance into a postseason ticket and were bounced out of the play-in tournament. Golden State cannot afford to waste another of Curry's prime years. When you're lucky enough to kind of fall into a player like that in my position, you owe it to them to try and win, Warriors president of basketball operations Bob Myers said. Per The Athletic's Anthony Slater, those people don't come along too often. That quote indicates the Warriors had more in mind than hoping that 31-year-old Thompson can correct all the club's ills after he missed the past 2 seasons with injuries. Considering the trade assets they have on hand, they can swing on the fences. If Bradley Beal finally wants out of Washington, or the Wizards decide dealing him is the only path to a successful rebuild, Golden State should start the bidding. It could end it too by putting several blue chip assets on the table, and in this exchange also relieving the Wizards of the $49 million Davis Bertans will make over the next 3 seasons. Curry, Beal, and Thompson could form the association's top offense. Add Draymond Green, Kevon Looney, Juan Toscano Anderson, and whoever else the Warriors can find this offseason, and they might also have a top 10 defense. That's enough not only to go to championship chasing in 2021 and 22, but also to convince Beal to resign at season's end. The Wizards, meanwhile, would recognize their asset pool is too shallow for things to work with Beal. Here they convert the scoring guard and the 2 first-round picks, last year's number 2 pick, 2014's number 1 pick, and an offensive-minded sophomore big. That's the kind of haul that can lay the foundation for whatever Washington decides to build next. Nuggets Blazers swap star guards. Denver Nuggets receive Damian Lillard, Portland Trail Blazers receive Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. This season, Damian Lillard became only the 7th player to average 28 points and 7 assists in multiple years. He and James Harden are the only ones to hit those marks and splash at least 4 3-pointers per game. Nevertheless, the Trailblazers were knocked out of the opening round for the 4th time in 5 seasons. A dejected Lillard could only tell reporters, "I don't know what a shakeup looks like or what changes will be made or could be made, but obviously as it is, it wasn't good enough." Nikola Jokic has been even more absurd. In the regular season, he just became the 3rd player to average 26 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists while delivering Denver its first MVP. He has since pieced together just the 4th playoff stat line of at least 30 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists. His Nuggets are down 3-0 in their second-round series with the Phoenix Suns, putting Jokic at risk of becoming just the 5th MVP to be swept in the postseason per ESPN's Nick Friedel. Lillard and Jokic appear individually capable of leading a championship charge, but their supporting cast may not be able to catch up. While it's worth noting the Nuggets are missing a second option, Jamal Murray, it's also fair to point out he's never been an all-star, let alone a difference-making superstar. Lillard and Jokic both meet that standard though, and they'd work magic together. Their pick and rolls and pick and pops would force defenses to constantly choose their own poison, and each could help weaponize the other. Jokic with his passing acumen, Lillard with his anywhere across half-court gravitational pull on defenders. If Denver thinks he can win a title with Jokic as its best player but isn't convinced the right supporting cast is around him, it should swing for the fences. If Lillard decides he's done with the Blazers and forces his way out, the Nuggets should be ready to facilitate his departure. And while the idea of Lillard's leaving is a doomsday scenario for Portland, this would offer an easy and exciting pivot for the next chapter. With CJ McCollum and Jusuf Nurkic and a potentially re-signed Norman Powell, and in the future with Anthony Simons, Nasir Little, and potentially re-signed Zach Collins, Murray and Porter have flash all-star ability, and Portland has ample resources to support them now.
Blazers down 10, trying to get to single digits. Oh, Damian Lillard! Left hand.
46% of his made baskets last season were dunks. So Dame will continue to realize that about him. But in the meantime...
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like rating down below and comment which superstar needs a new sidekick. See you guys next time. Have a great day.